The best destinations are the ones that are hard to get to. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Teddy. I'm a teacher turned entrepreneur. I've been living in Brazil for 9 months now, and in this video, I'm going to talk about 3 reasons why you should visit Itakare, Brazil. One of the reasons that I love living abroad is because it gives me the time to truly discover places that I never would have discovered if I hadn't lived in that place. And that comes because I've taken the time to learn the language, I've formed connections and relationships with locals, and you just hear about places that are little known to the rest of the world. Itakare is one of those places. So really quickly before I get into it, there are multiple ways that you can get to this little beach town on the coast of Bahia. The first is rent a car and drive. I drove with my friend from Salvador to Itakare and it took us 7 hours in total. The roads were for the most part good. We didn't have any problems. We paid a couple of tolls and it was quite enjoyable driving through the Baiana countryside. A second way that you can get to Itakare from Salvador is to take the ferry from the main port in Salvador across the bay and then catch a bus from where you get off of the ferry all the way to Itakare. That whole journey is about 6 to 7 hours as well. And so that really is your preference if you want to be comfortable in your own car or if you don't mind taking a bus and a ferry. The third and last way is you could fly from wherever you are to a small town called Ilius, and then from there you would take about an hour-long bus journey from there to Itakare. And so as you can see, it's quite remote and it's quite difficult to get to, but it makes the journey worth it. Itakare is known as having the best surf in Bahia in most parts of Brazil. What's incredible is that Bahia actually has the most coastline of any other state than Brazil. And you really feel that here in Itakare because there are so many beaches here along the coast and all you have to do is drive along the coast and explore new beaches. Itakare is well known for its surf, and this leads me to the first reason why you should visit this tiny beach town. What's great is that there are beaches for all types of levels of surfers, from beginners to advanced. And so you can really find what you need. And there are little surf rental spots where you can rent a board and go have fun, take a lesson, or just do your own thing. You have beach breaks that break to the left and break to the right. You have places that you can take lessons and practice in the whitewash. You have little small waves that go up to about 3 feet. And then you have waves that can go up to 5 feet and even bigger that are for more advanced surfers. In my experience surfing here, I haven't had any problems with locals or tourists or other travelers. Everyone's been super friendly and everyone's just been super stoked to actually be enjoying the surf here. Most of the beaches here are characterized by little bays or inlets that are protected by the wind. And so most of the time when you go out surfing, you'll feel glassy water, you won't have much wind, and those are the ideal conditions when you want to surf. I would personally recommend going and exploring every beach and trying out all of the breaks and seeing what's best for you. But if you really must know, some of the best beaches here for surfing are Jeribucaçu, Injunhoca, Itacarezinho, and Prainha. And what's really cool is that these beaches are somewhat hard and remote to get to, and so it keeps the amount of people that are going to these beaches low. A second reason why you should visit Itakare in Bahia, Brazil is because of the hikes and the trails. So what's cool is that this place actually reminds me of another town that I've visited, which is San Juan del Sur in Nicaragua. And it reminds me of this place because it's characterized by beaches that are spread out. And these beaches are really long and wide and remote. And there's a lot of dirt roads that you have to cross to be able to get to these beaches. So fortunately, the main road that connects all these beaches is well taken care of. But as soon as you hop out of the car and you want to get to the beach, then you have to go on some paths and some dirt trails to be able to get to the beach. Most of the trails that we have done have been 20 to 30 minutes, maybe even longer, just to get to the beach through the jungle. It's very beautiful and enjoyable. You don't have to worry too much about bugs. You see other travelers and surfers walking down the trails, and it's cool vibes. And personally, one of the reasons why I love hiking to either a waterfall or to a beach is because when you're walking for 20, 30 minutes at a time, it kind of builds up that anticipation of where you might end up. And these beaches are so gorgeous that after you do these trails just to get to them, you'll be in awe of the place that you'll get to enjoy. Something to note that you should do when you come visit is a trail called Trilha das Quatro Praias, which is the trail of the four beaches. And this is a really cool trail that only spans about 2.2 miles and it leads you along four beautiful beaches. You can stop along the way. You have views of the beaches along the way, and you can pop off to any of these beaches at any point that you want. It takes about 2 hours in total, and that's at a calm, chill pace. And it's an amazing way to spend your day, to enjoy nature and to take in the views. For this trail, I would recommend bringing either flip-flops or tennies. It's not a complicated trail, it's not super difficult. Bring protection from the sun, bug spray if bugs love you, and maybe some snacks and some water, obviously, for the entire hike and to be spending time on the beach. The third and final reason to visit Itakare, Brazil, is to remind yourself to slow down. Being at a beach in general already is a reminder to slow down, but being here in this town has been quite a funny experience for my friend and I, because there have been so many little reminders that things just move at a slower pace here, and we're no longer in a city anymore, and it's okay to just slow down. So whether we were at a restaurant waiting for a waitress who would tell us un minutinho and end up taking 15 to 20 minutes to come see us, or whether we're trying to find a beach and it's just not located on Google Maps or some other thing, all of these things were just reminders that we need to slow down. The pace of life is different here. It operates on a different level, and it's okay that things may not happen at the time that you want it or the way that you want it. And I always enjoy coming to places like this because it can get easy to get caught up in the pace of city life and to forget that it's okay to just breathe, to relax, and to understand that things won't go your way all the time and that you don't need to get wound up and stressed just because things don't go your way. What's been really enjoyable about this trip, as my friend and I are staying in the middle of the jungle and visiting these beaches, is just seeing this pace of life and seeing how happy people are, the smiles that they have on their faces, and just trying to match their energy and their pace. My friend and I really came out here because we felt the need to slow down. We needed a break from work. And it's been a nice reminder that it is okay to breathe, that it is okay to just relax and do nothing. So if you feel like you need a refresher or a reminder because you're caught up or you're busy or you're stressed, coming to Itakare, Brazil would be the perfect place to do that. So those are just 3 reasons why you should visit Itakare, Brazil, but there's definitely more. You could check out waterfalls, you could go whitewater rafting, you could go check out a roda de samba, you could check out a roda de capoeira. Itakare is a lovely mix of local culture, but also surf. It doesn't feel overwhelming and taken over by tourists. You're able to still feel the livelihood of Brazil here, eat local food, but still feel the culture that has become influenced and mixed with the surfers and the travelers who make the trek to come all the way out here. There's something for everyone out here in Itakare. So what are you waiting for? If this place is a little too far for you, or if it's a little out of your comfort zone, and you're more interested in a city or a place that's closer to the beach in the city, I conveniently made a video about 3 reasons why you should visit Rio de Janeiro. Check out this video on my channel. And as always, thank you for showing up, watching my videos. Subscribe to my channel, please. Send this video to a friend, and I'll see you in next week's video.